Okay, here we go. This is part 9 of my Kinks series, and it is the final episode, so thanks for sticking with me if you did. We're going to start off with one of the biggest hits the Kinks ever had, Come Dancing, which reached number 6 in the Billboard Top 100. Come Dancing. Now, this little jukebox thing there, this came off the album State of Confusion, which we're going to talk about. But I'm going to start off with Come Dancing because that is the popular song. Everybody remembers that song. It has nostalgia to it, like a lot of Ray Davies compositions do. And Come Dancing was actually about Ray's sister named Irene, who died tragically as a young girl in 1957. And she died on Ray's 13th birthday. Ugh. So that was obviously something that hurt him deeply and stayed with him for a long time. And he wrote a song about it, just to kind of celebrate. Irene loved to dance. The song talks about going to the Palais, and it says when the Palais was torn down, something inside of me died. So, whew, what a song! We'll talk about that a little bit more. State of Confusion. State of Confusion came out in May of 1983. It was considered by some as their last good album, but I think the next album is also very good. We're going to talk about what happened in '83 in January. Chrissie Hynde, who went on to form the band The Pretenders, gave birth to a Ray's daughter in January of that year. So it was a big year for Ray Davies, obviously. The song starts off with "State of Confusion." Woke up in a panic like somebody fired a gun and they're screaming in the background. Ah, ah. I'm in a state of confusion. Standing. Yeah, okay, wait a minute here. State of confusion. Go back to that. Waking up in a panic like somebody fired a gun. I could be dreaming, but the nightmare has just begun. So I'm in a state of confusion. Whoa, I'm in a state of confusion. So that's a good song. Next song on here, Definitely Maybe. Definitely Maybe, he talks about sensory information makes no sense to me. All I ever get is a definite maybe. Definite maybe. No decision, no decision. So Ray's kind of like talking. This is the title track on this album, State of Confusion, and Ray's talking about the modern era again. Everybody's confused. What the hell's going on? I don't know. It was a good song. Labor of Love is the next song you hear, and this is it starts off rocks hard with Dave Davies playing Hendrix style feedback, and he talks about marriage is a two-headed transplant. The labor of love. Oh boy, the labor of love. Sometimes that's how it seems. When the sex wears off, it's all give and take, and it's goodbye to all your dreams. Poor Ray. He had a lot of bad experiences in marriages, obviously, and in affairs. And I guess we all have sooner or later, but that was his. Labor of Love. It was a labor indeed. Next is Come Dancing, which is a great song. And they put a parking lot on a piece of land when the supermarket used to stand. Before that, they put up a bowling alley on the site they used the local Palais. That's where our bands used to come and play. My sister went there on a Saturday. Come dancing. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. My sister always would. This is Ray in a very cool pencil thin mustache. Looks like from the 40s. Hair slicked back. Very cool. Very cool, Ray. Nicely done. And that's the song my wife always talks about. Oh, I love that song, Come Dancing. Yeah, there was a great video on MTV about it as well. Okay, next is Property on this album. Property. And this is ending side one. It's a good song. It's hard to keep from crying after all that we've been through. Again, broken relationships. Hard to keep from crying after all we've been through. Then we get to side two, and there's a kind of a refrain from the from "Come Dancing." Is "Don't forget to dance." It's sad and dreamy, and I'm going to read some of the lyrics from it. You look out your window into the night. Could be rain, could be snow, but it can't feel as cold as you're feeling inside. And all your friends are either married, vanished, or just left alone. But that's no reason to give up separate living. That's no excuse to give up to a sad and lonely heart. Don't forget to dance. Oh, no, no, forget to dance. Don't forget to dance. Yeah, don't forget to dance. Don't forget to get out there and try things. Keep your life going. Don't give up. Great song. Very upbeat, very positive. Young Conservatives is another one of those long way from home songs we talk about. Ray's got at least a dozen of these. Young Conservatives, and he talks about that used to be cool to have a revolution, but now everybody wants to have, their hair short and wear a clean shirt and a tie. Get yourself a brand new scene. Keep your collars white and clean. It's time to come and join the Young Conservatives. Well, things go on in and out of style. It's the old dialectic historicism, and certainly if the liberals and the radicals were in charge, the next generation would turn conservative. That's the pendulum swinging back and forth. Ray doesn't like it, but you can't stop it. Life goes on. Life goes on. Next is Heart of Gold. Heart of Gold is kind of a country-ish song, like something that would belong on Muswell Hillbillies. It's acoustic. It's about sibling rivalry. Is that why you have such bitterness? Heart of Gold. But you must have a heart of gold in there somewhere. Growing up isn't easy to do, especially for one who always knew. You would always come on the second best. Is that why you have such bitterness? Yeah, obviously. Probably about Ray and Dave, I would imagine. Cliches of the world, that's pretty good. It's about the monotony of life. Rock's pretty hard. It's got some good stuff on it. Sunset over the high rise by a motorway. A little man looks up to the sky. An uneventful end to a wasteful day. Okay, all right. Ooh, dark stuff, Ray. Dark stuff. And then finally, Bernadette, where Dave is singing, it kind of screams somewhat. It's about alimony and the superficiality of life. It wasn't popular, not one of the best songs on here, but it's a good album overall. I'd give this album 4 stars overall. It's continuing that Arista tradition of arena rock, and they do a lot of great stuff on here. So check it out. It's worth it. I'm in a state of confusion. Definitely. Maybe. No decision, no decision. Here's Ray in the middle. Oh, dear. And this was Mick Avery on drums, as always, Dave Davies, Ray Davies, Jim Rodford on bass, and Ian Gibbons on keyboards. So, a decent album, to be sure. Now, the next album, start off with a single, which didn't quite do as good as the last album, Come Dancing, but did pretty good. Do it again, do it again, do it again. This was reached number 41 on Billboard. And here's the picture sleeve for it. From the album. Now, some people can this album, word of mouth. They say it's not as good as the other Arista albums. I think it is. I like it a lot. It's laden with pop hooks. It's just every song on here has got some great hooks that will get you going. And Do It Again, Do It Again was a good song to start off with. Standing in the middle of nowhere, wondering how to begin. Lost between tomorrow and yesterday, between now and then, now and then, now and then. And now we're back where we started. Here we go round again. Day after day I get up and I say, better do it again, do it again, do it. This is like Ray says, I gotta go back in that studio and record some more songs. Yeah, this music isn't gonna record itself. And certainly, I think this is a great album. At least 3 stars. They rate it 3 stars in most sites. I almost give it 4 stars. I bought it when it came out. I love this album. Sorry. I would definitely check it out. If you love the Arista, arena rock, the hard rock stuff, the Kinks, the late '70s, early '80s, this is right up there with those. This is just as good as the rest of them, I think. Word of Mouth is next. On Word of Mouth, he sings, I've been trying to get a message to you, but the operator can't put me through because the vandals went and wrecked all the telephones and all my enemies are spreading bad news. You won't call me. That's why I'm calling you to put you straight about the rumors they're spreading about me back home. Yeah, okay. Word of mouth about gossip. And Ray setting us straight here. It's a decent song. Next is Good Day. It's got to be a good day. Good day. It's got to be it's a great song. The sky is blue, but there are clouds in my head. With big decisions looming ahead. The sun is out and the room is soup gray. So much confusion heading my way. Get positive, try to be gay. So today, it's got to be a good day. Today, it's got to be a good day. Good day, a good day, a good day. Good song. Good day song. Nice stuff. So we start off with 3 big good songs on this album. And the album got to be number 57. State of Confusion got to be number 12 on the Billboard Top 200. This one only got to be 57, but still decent. It's still tracking. Next is Dave Davies, Living on a Thin Line. All the stories have been told of the kings and the queens of old, but there's no England now. All the wars that have been won and lost somehow don't seem to matter much anymore. Living on a thin line. Tell me now, what are we supposed to do? Living on a thin line. Tell me now, what are we supposed to do? It's a good song. Good song. Not quite as good as the first 3, but good. Living on a thin line. Sold me out. This is good. This is a hard rock. I always knew they'd get me somehow sooner or later, but with butter in the head, a knife in the back, not a pocket calculator. They didn't get him with a knife in the neck. They got him with a pocket calculator. So here's the accountants at the record company. Sorry, mister, you're all wiped up. You're all washed up. Sold you out. Sold me out. They sold me out. So like his record label sold him out. Sold me out to get a better deal for yourself. You sold me out, and now it's every man for himself. Yeah, this is a dog-eat-dog world. Work all your life, put the money in the bank. Good advice. Save that money. Years ago, I worked with a guy who used to say, save your money. Save. You won't last forever. It's good to have money. I don't have a lot of money. Massive reduction. Massive reduction. I've been sacrificed in the name of the company. They're making massive reductions. This is about downsizing the company. The guy lost his job, which happened a lot in the 80s. It's all mass production and assembly lines. They're making massive reductions, massive reductions. So this is a good sign of the times. Ray in the Arista eras was really trying to get with it, with the modern age, and certainly downsizing was going on a lot in the 80s. It was a tough time. They used to call it Black Friday because every Friday people would get fired. The reason they got fired on Friday was because they wouldn't, they'd have to leave right away, and then you have the weekend to recover. And so they come back on Monday and say, what happened to, oh, didn't you hear? So, tough time. Guilty is the next song. It's a hard song by Dave. Dave Davies does the vocals. Stand Before Your Maker. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Too Hot is the next song. Gonna get too hot, too hot, too hot. And it's got a come dancing organ part. Ray can't, like somebody said, he can't help self-plagiarizing himself. But it's kind of cool. I know they do that a lot in classical music. They return to themes, or they'll hint at a theme. They'll give you a little hint from something before, and you go, "Oh yeah," because it's a nice unifying method. I don't call it plagiarizing. If you're doing it from yourself, and if you reinvented a new song, it's still great stuff. Next song is called "Missing Persons." It's about a lost little girl. A parent loses a little, pretty sad story, really. Missing Persons. Have you seen this face? Does it ring a bell? Does it strike a chord somewhere in your mind? Mm, tough stuff. And then going solo. Solo, going solo. Oh, I missed a song here. I got it. Before I do, I'm going to talk about "Summer's Gone," which is a great evocative song, right up there with "Waterloo Sunset." Looking in a window on a rainy day, thinking about good things that I just threw away. Looking in the gutter, watching the trash go by, thinking it's summer, but there are no clouds in the day. It feels like summer's gone. So alone, summer's gone. I'm standing in the doorway thinking of summer's gone by. It ought to make me happy, but it just makes me want to cry. I was riding in the car with my mom and my dad. He was driving the car, the kids were driving him mad. Dad looked at us, then he looked at his wife. We must have wondered where we all came from. And then Mom said, "Dad, you know it won't last long." Before you know, summer's gone. Isn't that the truth? Summer's gone. So enjoy it while you can. No matter how rough it might seem at the time, it's going to get rougher. Believe me. Enjoy it. If you're a young adult with kids and you're dealing with it, these are the golden years, believe it or not. At least before they become teenagers. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. And then going solo. She left me a message after the tone. I heard over and over the telephone. Solo, solo. My little child is going solo. Solo, solo. My little child is going solo. A lot of sad songs in the South. I mean, the pop hooks pull it off. It still sounds very upbeat, but just like the last time, there's some darkness here. Ray was dealing with some midlife crisis. Well, what are we talking about? This was 1984. So Ray had just turned 40 at that time. It's a very pivotal age for those of you who turned 40. You'll know. You're not a young person anymore at 40. You're not old. You're still good to your 60s, believe it or not. But it's not the same. Not the same. Okay. Solo, going solo. That's it for the album. Yeah. Word of mouth. Yep, that's it. So I give it a good marks. I think it's a great album. Now, about the same time as this was coming out, actually, it was in July of '85. This album came out in November of '84, so it was a few months after it. Ray Davies came out with a solo album. It was called Return to Waterloo. And this was actually, not only did Ray Davies do most of the music on this, because Dave Davies didn't want to deal with it, he also produced and wrote and directed a movie called Return to Waterloo. Now, it doesn't get good ratings. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 29%. One guy said it was sounding like a long music video. It's about a guy who's commuting, who's going to Waterloo. Well, of course, Waterloo is Waterloo Sunset, and I am in paradise. So nothing like that on here. Three of the songs from Word of Mouth, Going Solo, Missing Persons, and Sold Me Out. Those are the three of the strongest songs on Word of Mouth. Do appear on the Davies, and some people actually prefer this. They say that this was, of course, this was Ray Davies' first solo album. Some people say that this is better than Word of Mouth. I don't know about that. I never even listened to it all, but it gets good remarks. At least 3 stars. And most Ray Davies solo albums get 3 stars at this time, and they continue onward from this point. And of course, the Kinks albums kind of tanked from this point forward. I believe Word of Mouth was the best last album they did. They did 3 more albums after that. But before we talk about that, there's a couple goodies I want to show you here. This is from Word of Mouth. This is it's a promotion. Word of Mouth, and it's two-sided. Let's see, one side is 3.401. Yeah, it's the same thing. So that's like when you want to spin that on the record, on the radio for the DJ. If one side wears out, you got the other sides. I didn't spend a lot of money for these. I find them at thrift stores, and people look at it and say, "Who wants that?" Here's another one. This is Sold Me Out. Oh, I'm sorry. This first one, Summer's Gone. Two-sided. Same thing with this one. Sold Me On. Again, this is intended for DJs on the radio to play these things. A nice LP format, so you don't have to screw around that little 45. And just kind of fun stuff there. Now, about this time as well, Dave Davies came out with his second solo album, Chosen People, which is, it's about of course, chosen people refers to Jewish people, but this is more than that. This again, good reviews. I don't think I've ever played this, but it's considered good. It's actually considered better than the first Dave Davies. So it's like a rating of about 3.5 stars or something. I don't know. It's not the Kinks to me. Dave Davies was always a little on the hard side for me, but you might love it. Give it a try. Okay, there's one more album. One more album, and we complete this thing. And that's it starts off with a single, Rock and Roll Cities. I don't even know if that tracked very much, charted very much. I don't have the notes on that. But the album, Think Visual, came out in 1986. So it came out a year after this, but it's canned by the critics, by the fans. Unfortunately, the Kinks had 3 more albums, including this one. Think Visual, 1986. UK Jive in 1989, and Phobia in 1983. So Ray Davies, he talked a lot about Phobia, didn't he? So he finally named an album Phobia. Well, these albums did not get good ratings, unfortunately. Here's Ray saying, here we go, here's the new songs, check them out. I've never even played this. Rock and Roll Cities was a single. So if you're a completist, you got to have them. I don't have the next two because, like, this was 86, and by then everybody was buying CDs, including me. Of course, the vinyl would be a lot more collectible, but there's supply and demand. Anyway, enough of that stuff. This has been a long compendium of Kinks collectibles. I hope you enjoyed it. Kinks are my favorite band. In spite of the criticisms I gave for some of their recordings, I still love them. They're still a good, close place in my heart, and I admire what Ray Davies attempted to do. He tried to bring a lot of humanity, a lot of the simple joys of life, a lot of the unknown people who were overlooked. He brought them into the light, and he celebrated that, the village green, the simple life, the goodness. So I hope you enjoyed all this. I did, and I'll see you later.